Welcome to the Pew Podcast Live, where you get your favorite hot topics from a Christian perspective. Starring national gospel recording artist, Pastor Ron Todd, the lovely Mel Phillips, everyone's favorite aunt, Penny Ellis, and the swag-tastic Josh Jad. This show is dedicated to our beloved C. Ashley Brown Lawrence. Buckle up, you're in for a ride.
Hey! Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pew. I think these ladies need a little more love.
Give me some love.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get this camera right. Y'all done got me off fire.
Well, guys, welcome to the Pew. And I know you guys see a brand new face. It's not Mel, but guess what? She phoned in her most capable cousin. Alicia Marie is in the house, y'all. We are so excited. And of course, Auntie Penny is here after having a long day. Y'all just don't know. And she is still here. Look at God. What's up, Auntie?
What's going on? It's a great day.
It's a good day to be alive, isn't it?
It's a good day to be alive. Yep. You know, my daughter had surgery it was supposed to be this morning. It ended up being till like 2 o'clock. I was after 2, but we made it home in time. She's feeling good. You know, them pain pills the nerve blocks are still working. So, yep. Tomorrow to get real.
Yes. And Alicia, you just got over COVID.
Oh wow!
I just got over COVID. Yes, I literally still got the little side effects going on a little bit. But yeah, thank God I'm good. I'm much better now.
Right.
No.
Many people don't get over it. So
that's right. Or have very terrible lasting effects. Now, I was going to ask you, Alicia, like, how was it this time compared to the other 3 times you had COVID?
It was actually a lot worse in the space of the other times. It just felt like a really bad sinus cold for me, right? But this time I had backache, headaches, which I didn't have that before. All 4 of them, I had a sore throat. So each time that was my telltale. My throat started feeling flat. I was like, something about to go on. So I was trying to combat it. But this time it was worse in the space of, like I said, I had the back aches I'm still kind of got the back aches and the body aches. Still kind of got the night sweats. And today would actually have been day 13. So
wow.
If anybody and everybody who knows me, I'm a huge Lions fan. I'm at all of the games. And last night I didn't go. I was like, I think I better sit this one out. Yeah, not yet.
Yeah, it's funny.
So thanks for asking.
Oh, yeah, but it's something, we get to a certain point in life where we listen to our bodies real good. And we know sometimes, even when it's something that we could be a diehard fan, but we'll be like, nah, our body's saying no, we ain't quite there yet.
Right.
With COVID, with those lingering, symptoms, you can have a little relapse. Even if it's not COVID, it'll just be, a more severe, level of the symptom. And nobody got time for that.
I know that's right.
Now, are you back to work?
I've been working from home, so I am going to venture onto the office tomorrow.
Okay.
So I really have been just closed down for the last 13 days.
Yeah. I'll tell you, it seemed like it went fast, but I'm sure it didn't seem fast to you when you quarantined in the crib.
Right. And I was fine. Yeah. So that is, I've only gotten it the one time, and that was back in April. I can't even remember. It was this year. And I just had I was at work, and I was like, man, I had a weird little scratchy throat and this weird little sporadic cough. And I'm like, I wonder. And then I took the test when I got home that evening, had it. And then the next morning I woke up, I was really fine. But since they said I had to stay off work, okay.
Right.
You gotta tell me once. You tell me once. Yeah, and I mean, I tested like negative like 3 days later, but by that time it was the weekend, so I was like, well, I'm already home. So I'll just, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, this one was, it was really weird because I had the dry cough and I was actually getting my roots tinted, and I was with Stephanie, and I had this dry cough, and so I was, and I would sound like the like I had a whooping cough. I was like, oh, Stephanie's like, something ain't right. You need to go to the sleep doctor. I say, no, cause I feel fine. You know, I wasn't in any pain. I feel fine, and that next day, that cough went into a fever of 101.8, and so at this time again, it was totally different. They said there was another strain, so it just it took me back. It took me back. I didn't. It made me sluggish still, you know. So I was, anybody who knows good old home remedies for boosting the immune system. I need something that's going to really boost my immune system. I got some greens out there in my garden. Somebody keep telling me, go eat them greens. So that's part of what I am doing. So yeah, I need something to get that immune
You know
system
what
back
works for me, because I can't do like energy drinks or those kind of cocktails like that, but emergency helps me. I don't know if you've ever taken that. It comes in a little packet. They sell it at the grocery stores, pharmacy, 7-Eleven even has it. And that works really good. It gives you a nice little boost of vitamins.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. My dad used to believe in the good old pot liquor. Rum greens.
That's right.
Yep. Pot liquor and Vernors, right?
Oh, Vernors cured everything.
Yes, Vernors.
My arm is hurt.
Listen.
Get you a warm cup
Drink
of
some
Vernors. You'll be all right. I didn't say my stomach was upset. I said, like, everything was Vernors.
Right.
Yeah.
And it still is. I got a bottle in there now. That was a part of my tea. I make a hot tea out of it. Squeeze some lemon in it. Ooh, baby. That Vernors, it just clears you up, you know.
It does.
Yeah.
You know what?
And baking soda. Go get a piece of that baking soda. Like, baking soda, mama? Yes, get a piece of that baking soda. Get a little spoon. Put in some water if you need to. My mama used to make us just literally go get a piece. And so, yeah, all of that. But this new bubonic plague, they got out here with this COVID, baby.
Not the bubonic plague.
Bubonic plague, baby.
Lord. Yeah. It's been a mess.
Yeah, every strain is different. It's just weird. Yeah.
I'm just glad that, you know, they have a better understanding of how to treat it. I think 2-3 years ago, that's why we were losing folks so rapidly, because they just didn't have a clue.
No.
It was trial and error.
Wow, no, they had a clue. According to what they say, they had a clue. They just didn't give us the clue.
Right. Exactly. So. Hey, Lady Mary, she says, good evening, Pew Crew. Looking forward to a great show. Thank you. Pastor Greg C. Brown says, Pew Crew, what up, though? Listen, as you guys are coming in, hit the like button, hit the share button, let somebody know that the Pew is on tonight. We have a great, oh gosh, tonight is going to be so good. I cannot wait. We have so much to talk about. There is missionary Deborah Wood. She says, good evening, my favorite pastor and Pew Crew. God bless you. God bless you. So good to see you. And you know, missionary Deborah is going through her own bout right now. And so she'll be encouraged to know that Alicia has come through COVID. So,
right.
So good to see you tonight. Again, if you guys haven't already, hit that share button, let somebody know that we are on. But Auntie Penny, I'm glad that everything went well with your daughter and her surgery. I was certainly praying. Anytime surgery or anything like that, we still just have to go before the Lord and ask him to cover and protect, because these are still humans doing these incisions and making these operations. And so
and
just guide their hands, Lord.
Guide their hands. They want to put her on like a year of like treatment of like what they call biologicals and stuff, but because it's an autoimmune disorder for her. But you know, we still believe in the power of prayer. We still believe in healing.
That's right.
And I'm just believing that, yep, she won't have to be on any type of steroids and none of that. Yep.
Yes. Hey, Christina. Glad you made it out tonight. Well, guys, matter of fact, let's take time now and shout out our angel, Miss C. Ashley Brown Lawrence, the very first co-host casted to our show. She went on to be with the Lord about 15 months ago now, and we will never do a show without mentioning her. So, guys, we love Ashley, and we definitely honor her legacy, and we can continue to do that by buying her music. She has a brand new single called The Old School Medley. It's available on all digital outlets. Y'all make sure you grab that and let it bless you. She got a whole album worth of music that hasn't even been released. So don't worry. Ashley will continue to live on through her music. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you grab my latest single, I Can Get a Prayer Through. It's available on all digital outlets and Impacting Radio right now. Feel free to call your local radio station and ask them to play it. Also, while I just got to say this. I know that I believe the vice presidents are debating tonight, and if you're like me, you recorded it so you don't miss. I'm still with her. I'm just I gotta say that I'm still with her, and I thought it was so cool, you guys. I didn't want to do this during Hot Topics because I just felt like it needed its own moment. But she got a chance to FaceTime with Taraji, and I thought this was super cool.
Madam VP Harris, I'm worried about the election. Women's reproductive rights are on the line. Our Supreme Court is on the line. Our basic freedoms are being tested, Madam VP. I know you've been traveling across the country. What are you hearing?
Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets. And let me tell you, you're right, Taraji. There is so much at stake in this moment. The majority of us believe in freedom and equality. But these extremists, as they say, they're not like us.
They not.
There's a full-on attack on our fundamental freedoms. The freedom to vote.
Yep.
The freedom to love who you love. The freedom to be safe from gun violence. The freedom for a woman to make decisions about her own body, not having her government tell her what to do.
Wow. Isn't that something? So, and I go back to what I said. I want to say it was last week, Auntie Penny. It's just so funny because I had a friend tell me, the reason I can't get with Kamala is because she's pro-gay rights, she's pro-abortion, and that's going against Christ. First of all, Christ gave us a choice. All right. So why is it that we think it's appropriate to have a government that dictates what we do with our body? Whoever people decide to love and do whatever they want to do, that is their choice. And it is not up to us to judge or condemn them. They'll have their chance to go before God in judgment, at that point. But because guess what? You can.
Who's declaring that the greatest sin?
Not only that, you could tell people they can't do it and you think they still not. Just stop it. And then when it comes to women's bodies, go ahead, Alicia.
No, my bad. I mean, in addition to that, what's the separated church and state? What she believe in, her faith is her faith. We talking about governing our country. So if that's what she believe in. That's what she believe in. We want to believe in the policies that she's putting forth. So what is she supporting? I mean, as far as all of us have something that we want to specifically be taken care of. So she has to be what she said, be for all the people, not just for a sector of people. If she just said just for the Christians, then a whole bunch of us are going to have something, So
when we look at what Trump has said and done, when we look at what Trump has said and done, I don't see Christian values.
I mean, how many times has he been married and divorced?
At all.
To a woman. So
yes, it is. It's in 2 Corinthians. It's in 2 Corinthians. That's when he found it.
Yeah, it's in 2 Corinthians. Job. It's somewhere in job, right?
Yeah. I don't want to control what nobody do. And it just he talking about they were carrying babies to 9 months. That's not true. You can't get no abortion at 9 months. Stop it. To show you how much he know about the healthcare system.
But what's the punishment for the men who impregnate these women through rape, through sexual abuse? What's the crime for them? Are we making them right? Are we making them get a vasectomy? What's the punishment for them?
But not only that, what about the women where the doctors say it's dangerous for them to have this baby because it can cost them their life? So you're going to tell them they got to just die trying to have this baby, and there's science is saying that them or the baby are going to survive.
Right. So, but why not put that effort into better health care?
You're talking out of both sides of their neck.
Right.
That's right.
And get the proper care that they need prenatal. And then even afterwards, right? Where is the health care that's provided to them afterwards?
Right.
So if you make them keep them, and now they have children that are now growing up with all type of disabilities. You know what I'm saying? And then there's no care for them. There's nowhere to go. These mothers, we see it all the time. These mothers come into the ED with kids who are autistic, and they are just tired because they don't get the help they need. And it's hard for them trying to care for this kid. I mean, imagine trying to care for a child that is physically abusive to you, that can't help themselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This child is punching and kicking you, and you can't punch them and kick them back because that is their disability. They've had them bring their kids to the ED tired, and they have to temporarily place those kids in group homes and stuff to give those parents that break. That's not right, because you don't give them a financial help that they need to care for these kids. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no place where you're going to take these kids after they turn 18.
That's right.
Because when you give birth to that kid, that is a life sentence for that
Yes.
kid. They're not getting ready to grow up and be independent. They're in your home. And then you're going to eventually pass away and that kid is still living. Then what happens? They become part of the system.
That's
Fix
right.
that. Fix that.
And you're absolutely right. They talk about, again, they're for the child. But because you said, Auntie, as soon as that child gets here, you don't give them the proper care that they need. You don't finance, you don't give the financial support, you don't give the social support. I mean, any of that. The child is now here. And now it's up to you. Well, you had the baby. You done prevented me from making any other type of choices. At least that's what you're trying to do anyway.
Right.
Right.
And then Papa done went on and he got a whole new family.
That's crazy. I'm with Pastor Greg. He said we're electing the president, not a pastor. That's right. I mean, there are things that I could say about former presidents that I didn't necessarily agree on. But again, we're talking about the lesser of two evils, not calling either one of them evil just as a figure of speech. And I just feel Kamala is just the better choice.
Right. I mean,
point blank.
Like we said, Mickey Mouse could be on the ballot. And he getting my vote, and I'll be down in Disney World.
I mean, everybody's crucifying Diddy, and they crucify R. Kelly, but we have somebody running for president with more than 34 counts of felonies. So,
he just as bad.
That part.
So, I mean, they might as well pardon them since everything goes. She sure is, absolutely.
Yep. I'm telling you. Listen, I tell everybody. I'm like, Mickey Mouse can be on the ballot, and Goofy can be vice president.
Again, for anyone that's running for office, one, we need to fact check, and we need to check it for ourselves. We vote for your comment.
Yep.
Right.
But hey, you know what? Tell everybody, vote your conscience and live your conscience when it's over.
Oh, I love that. Vote your conscience and live your conscience.
Not Mickey Mouse.
I'm telling you. We'll be down in Disney World.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, anybody can be. He's idiot.
Idiot. All right, guys, we're moving. Of course, we got to play a little music. So, as a matter of fact, I'm excited about this one. I actually had a chance to catch up with the artist, and she's going to introduce the song for us. Here she is.
Hey, this is Lisa Page Brooks, and this is my new single, The Grateful Chant. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I don't know about you, but I am so excited about this record. Thank you, Mama Lisa, for doing that for me. Here we go.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Praise you, Lord God. We magnify you in this place. Great King and great King above all gods.
Now this goes out to all the grateful people. Have you ever been through anything in your life? Then I know that you know what I'm talking about. If you believe, you will receive. Open your mouth and then decree that you'll never be defeated. You're gonna win. You're always gonna prosper until the end and say, victory is mine. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. All I wanna know is, anybody grateful? Anybody thankful? You say, anybody grateful? Anybody thankful? All I wanna know is, anybody grateful? Anybody thankful? You say, anybody grateful? Yeah, 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 yeah. Anybody grateful? Anybody thankful? Thankful? Anybody grateful? Has the Lord been good to you? Anybody grateful? Yeah, yeah. Whoa. Anybody grateful? Anybody? Somebody? Everybody say, the devil is a liar. Yes, he is. The devil is a liar, and I know he is. Victory is mine, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah,
All right, that was Lisa Page Brooks with the Grateful Chant. Make sure you guys go and download that. It is available on all digital outlets. So happy for her. That viral video has turned into this #1 song on iTunes. And coming just after her husband passed away, I think it's just so delightful to give her this moment. So
And say
awesome.
that again for the people in the back. Give her this moment. So all those little trolls on Facebook that's tired of it and sick of it, let her have her moment.
Yeah. God does everything well. We'll just put it to you that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, guys. It is time for what, Auntie Penny?
Hot topics.
Well, where do we start tonight? It's so much to talk about.
It's going to be messy. Let's go.
Okay, let's get the serious things out of the way. First of all, guys,
Oh,
John Amos passed
Oh, damn. Oh, my bad.
away. People like John Amos, you just feel like they're gonna live forever. Now, they was up there in age. He's in his age. But he was still working. He just did Coming to America 2 not too long ago. And it's interesting because we just lost what's his name? Who's in Coming to America as well?
James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones.
right.
Yep. So definitely praying for his son who looks just like him, and his family. Definitely a huge loss in Black Hollywood. He is one. You can't look at him and not think of him saying JJ.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely praying for his family. Also, in some serious news while we're here, let's just keep it serious for a little bit. Indianapolis woman uses rideshare app and gets murdered by the driver who dumped her body in the woods. This is so terrible, so heartbreaking. I have a little more to this story. Let me see here if I can find it for us. When I saw this, my heart just dropped because it's like, here we go. With this sort of thing. Okay, well, the article just says, ladies, stay vigilant and stay alert. When you go out, let someone know where your whereabouts all the time. Be wise and intelligent and share your location. Better yet, travel in a group. be it clubs, kickbacks, concerts, day parties, church, grocery store, daycare, gym, work, or wherever it is that you go, stay alert. And that came from the victim's family. She was only 30 years old. She was a 30-year-old woman.
Sad.
So sad.
So sad. Definitely praying for her and her family, and good words from her family. You know, it's interesting. I remember, I want to say about 5-6 years ago, I went to a friend of mine's daughter's, what you call it when you graduate from high school, you have a open house.
Open house.
Mm-hmm.
So they were asking the adults to have like some words for the young people, you know, for her and some of the other young people that were there going off to college. And I remember saying, and it's funny because I was so nervous and I didn't feel like I had anything really profound to say because, you know, I didn't have any kids in college at the time, but I thought about it. I said, well, what did you just learn when you were that age? And I said, well, one thing I'll tell you is you're getting ready to embark on a different world where you literally have all this independence all of a sudden. And sometimes as a young adult, AKA little G, as I call it, you ain't big G, you ain't that grown, you little G. You know, you're fighting for your independence because you want everybody to know that you can do what you want to do and you can make decisions and you know what you're doing. And we all been there. However, I remember telling this young lady, I said, whatever you do, always let somebody know where you are.
Wow.
Always leave a paper trail, leave breadcrumbs, not because you can't go where you want to go, not because you're not big enough and bad enough, just because the world is crazy. And it's something when somebody, and always let somebody know that people know where you are.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds silly, but no, when I get in Ubers, I'm on the phone. I'm like, yeah, I'm with Marcel in this silver Toyota. Yep, the Uber driver, and we're on our way to such and such a place.
Yep.
And sometimes I see the Uber driver, they're looking like, who are you telling who I am and where we're going? Whoever I feel like needs to know, somebody.
That's right.
And it seems silly, but that's so important. And it definitely, if anybody wants to do something, they're going to think twice once they realize that somebody knows where you are.
Knows where you are. Yep.
And I remember her parents thanked me profusely. They were like, that was the best advice you could have gave her. I said, yeah, because I told her it doesn't have to be your parents. It can be a good girlfriend. It can be an aunt that you feel really comfortable with. You tell somebody, you know, don't feel like because you don't have to. Because I still do it. When I go places, I call somebody and be like, yeah, I'm on my way, so and so and so. So, oh, okay, you got the kids with you? Yeah. Or I might be like, no, I'm by myself. I always tell somebody where I'm going. There's no secret that I can't share where I'm going.
Yeah.
Guess what? You just never know.
You don't.
And God forbid if something do take place, you want somebody to be able to find it. So I thank God for that family. I thought it was very selfless to give that advice in their time of grieving.
Yeah. Helping somebody else when they in the need to have the arms wrapped around them.
Absolutely.
No, that's wise words, though. You absolutely, even, you know, when you're single and you by yourself, like, you know, now that I'm single, unmarried, you know, it's just me and the dog, right? So thank God I'm close enough to my cousins and my good girlfriend, my best friend since I was 10, that I can say, hey, girl, what you doing? Just like you said, you know, because I just saw a story just recently that a lady of a certain age was approached, you know, and attempted to do something to her. So we do have to, you know, just be vigilant, walk into our cars, not paying attention. You know, we on our phones, looking down, even doing a walk. When I walk in the mornings, I have my 2 weights in my hands. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody run up on me. If I can't grab that other partner that I got with me as well, you're going to get the 1-2 punch, you know, and then I'm going to scream at everybody in the neighborhood, what is going on? They're going to think it's a hollering cat because I'm going to yell. You know, and like you said, you should just know, hey, what you doing? I'm just going to the corner store. I do my walk in the morning. I'm like, well, Alicia says she do a walk every morning. Did you hear from her? You
that's
know,
right.
Where she walk at? And that's important.
It's so important. And it's not a sexist thing, it's statistics. Because don't get me wrong, men, you have to be careful as well. But especially women and young single or young women with small children, you are prey. Let me just tell you, because it's especially during the holidays, because you got to think about it. You got a basket full of groceries, you got a shopping cart full of stuff, but you have to get your small children, you have to put them in the car, you have to strap them in. So it's a lot of time that goes on there. So a person who's going to try to rob you, that's easy prey. Because they know you're not gonna just throw your kids in the car, throw the stuff. It takes time to do that whole transaction. So you have to be watching and you have to be alert. And if you can move daylight, I mean, it can happen in daylight, but it's less likely. You know, I wouldn't be out after dark doing a whole lot of shopping and a whole lot of stuff by myself with me and my small kids. It's just not, you know, that's the easy way to get that purse snatched, because people are always watching. Even if you stay, you know, by yourself, even people like my wife, where I travel all the time, you have to watch your patterns because people are watching. They know I'm not there. Yep. And they know what time you usually get home. So you have to kind of mess them up a little bit. They know what time you walk the dog. You got to be careful.
So true.
Yeah.
I say all the time, one of my friends can't stand it. I say I'm consistently inconsistent. So, you know, so I do a thing, you know, but you're so right. You do got to change it up a little bit. But even going back to that Uber, that Lyft ride, you know, so many of our college kids, like you said, the kids in college, they ain't nothing for them. Like you said, they're getting that Uber, they go to a party at another campus, don't say nothing to nobody else. You know, it's so important how you say, ain't no secrets. Ain't no secrets.
Wait a minute, Auntie. Hold on, because Auntie just brought us something real good. Hey, Mel, she said they get in those Ubers drunk. Now, listen, I get it because you don't want to drive drunk, and that's great. But you may want to have a wingman with you that didn't have too many, because that's easy prey too. You drunk,
that's the whole thing. Rotate each party. Rotate. Okay, today is your day to be the wingman.
That's right.
Party, I'll be the man. You got you have to use judge. And you know what? And it just ain't having that much fun. It'll cost you your life.
Come on. And it's funny because people, go back to that independence. People be like, oh, well, you know, I'm okay. I'm going to be good. Listen, don't put none past nobody in this world, because, listen, we see it all the time on the news, and they say, I never thought it would happen to me.
Yep.
You know, so we got to move real quick. Something a little lighter, guys. What would you think about going to a water wedding? Would you do a water wedding where you're sitting in the water? The vows are being done in the water. Obviously, it looks like a destination wedding. What do y'all think about that? Even the reception, look, everything's in the water.
I'll be doing the most. Y'all be doing way too much. I mean, you know, start the marriage off drowning. Nope.
Yeah. No, I'm good on that. I mean, it's a no. I can see something sexy with it being the floor. It's an aquatic floor, and the floor is glass.
That would be nice.
In that space. It's some waterfalls on the walls, but to be in the water now, you know, first of all, black girls don't want their hair wet. How are we getting in that water? I'm just not starting to go natural, so stop it.
Right. And anybody been in that beach water, the bottom of that ocean, that sand is not, that feeling ain't pleasant.
You know, you gotta go to the bathroom. What you doing? Dragging and sagging that water? Ain't nobody.
Well, Pastor Greg said no one have to leave and go to the bathroom. That is disgusting. And hilarious.
But that's the truth. You ain't never lied about that.
I agree. Cuba, absolutely not. Mel, I don't like it. No. I'm with missionary though. It's cute, but no. Like, it looks nice in the picture, like, oh, we in the water, but for real, no.
Yeah.
Somebody can Photoshop the pictures. Do that.
You get that same effect.
Right.
Yeah. No, sir. No, ma'am. All right. Speaking of no, sir, no, ma'am, this is so funny because when I had a group, you know, now when I go out, I just take background singers, but because nowadays it's very hard to establish a group now because people are like private contractors. They sing with Lottie Dottie and everybody. But I remember I used to tell the ladies that when got on the pulpit, I told them put on pulpit shoes. I used to say that's not the time for you to have on no flats. If you can come off that ground. And when I saw this, I thought it was hilarious. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Baby, if you got bilateral arthritis, them kitty heels gonna be everything.
Just put you on some flats. My thing is at that point, just if you gotta wear them that itty bitty, just put on some flats. Get you some cute flats and call it a day.
Listen, get that lady her little heel. Give her heels. She don't want to give it all the way up. Don't do that to that lady. She might have been through a lot of things. At least her ankles wasn't ashy. Her heels wasn't dry.
That's right. They wasn't,
and they wasn't cankles, and they wasn't run over. You right, Alicia. You right. Let her have it.
Now, Alicia, I hope this next one isn't a you wouldn't give it up. I hope this next one isn't a trigger for you, Alicia, because I know you just lost another pet. But this is something. So one lady's dog ran away at 6 p.m. and then came back about 2 o'clock in the morning like this.
Come on, Drew, ringing that bell. I'm home.
He wants to ring the bell and everything.
You know what? He coming in, but he got some explaining to do.
He got some explaining to do.
He got
just go right to the kennel. You're not getting no treat. You're not getting nothing. Go right on in there.
I'm treating him like that man that's been going on. You get out there, we're gonna talk in the morning.
He was giving her private time. He realized he been around doing too much. He's like, let me go on out and catch up with my friends.
Know what he gave her.
I'll be back. Just came in after curfew. That's all.
No, he gave us some grandpuppies. That's what's coming in a few months.
Right. He went out to do his thing. Hey, Keisha. He wanted to come home. They say now they know how to get back home.
He loyal. He know how to come home. Some of y'all don't come home at night.
Oh my. Never make it. You don't come back to the next
one. Don't make it back. Okay. And bring you something on top of that, okay? At least he came home clean.
Well, speaking of that, not wanting to come home, it's because maybe you don't honor and respect your man. And Amarosa said you're going to honor and respect her.
I know you're happily married. I just met your husband backstage. Very nice.
My very handsome, smart, talented husband, John Allen Newman.
But what is the nature of your relationship?
I see we only have 1 minute left. My handsome fiance traveled all the way here from Jacksonville, Florida, and he is in the audience. Girl, I'm talking about my man. He is in the audience. No, boo. I'm talking about my man. We're getting married. I'm so glad that he's here. He's a Democrat. I'm a Republican. We get along just fine. She made some accusations about me and my fiance. One, you don't talk about my man. Have some respect. It's despicable.
I just, but you anything will come out of her mouth. Yeah, because you don't disrespect my man. But that's it's just so tacky. That is definitely insane. And so I'm just going to have to just show LaToya that she thinks she can mess up her family. You're not going to mess up mine. What?
That Omarosa wears me out.
That's my man, and I'm going to stick beside him.
I'm going to tell you what it's giving. It's giving I'm well taken care of. It's giving I'm well taken care of, so you're not going to say nothing about him.
Thank you for my man.
She trying to give her some kudos. Your husband, my very this that. Calm down, Omarosa. Just
thank you for my man.
Hey, I like to play the angel's advocate. That's her man. We ain't never heard of her having no man. I mean, real talk. So she put it all out there. She trying to let y'all know.
That's the Greg. Now I wasn't gonna say nothing about that.
Right.
I wasn't gonna say nothing about that.
Just saying.
He died the Green Mile, didn't he? Wasn't that her first man she was engaged to or something? Remember?
She not Mel. She not playing at all. Greg, she married money, obviously.
Right. I can't talk about
her man. He looked well suited. He looked very clean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And ugly.
That's her man.
All right, listen. That's okay. Wait till I wait. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, you got to love yourself. No, okay.
That's right.
Well, apparently the internet has no chill because it's trying to make it seem like Trump is still trying to love on these women.
I haven't had no sex.
hate y'all put him on the front row. I hate y'all to put him on the front row.
Why? The internet has no chill.
None.
That was good.
God, internet won again. That was a good one.
Again. She ran. She didn't want that money.
Yeah,
all right. We gotta move because time getting away from us. Where do I want to go next? Oh, well, just when I thought Diddy was taking the spotlight, R. Kelly's back in the spotlight, but this time it's because his daughter says, "No, sir, I have a story to tell."
So R. Kelly's daughter, Buku Abi, whose real name is Joanne Kelly, she spoke out in support of her father's accusers in a lengthy Instagram post. So she claims to be devastated.
And today R. Kelly was sentenced to prison for his many crimes against underage girls.
Nobody wants to be the child of the father that is out here hurting women and children.
Everywhere we go, everything we do, it's always gonna have some type of like double meaning under it, or someone's gonna read between lines that aren't there.
He knows exactly why we can't have the relationship that we would have liked to have with him.
Just because you're not a good husband doesn't mean you can't be a good father. And the fact that he didn't even try. What he did to me, he did to me. But you didn't have to do it to my damn kids.
What he has done to those kids, there is no other word for him. He's a monster.
I know that there were so many things going on. There were some times I thought I wouldn't make it.
He was my everything. For a long time, I didn't even want to believe that it happened. I didn't know that even if he was a bad person, that he would do something to me. I really feel like that 1 millisecond completely just changed my whole life. If my son asks questions, I'm gonna be as truthful as possible. But I would not be taking my son to a prison to meet his grandfather.
Sometimes it was easy to not say anything.
Woo.
Excuse me. That's sad.
Very sad.
No kid deserves that. You know,
No.
every kid deserves to have that. They have to live with that. I have no word.
It's nothing to say. It's just, it's very, very sad.
Yeah, especially, you know, a daughter with her father. You know, because that could set her up for what the expectations for a male role relationship is.
Right.
You know, and that's hurtful.
It is. It is. All right, guys, we got a couple.
Yeah, it's hurtful.
It really is. All right, another story that's just as hurtful, but in a different way.
Suit has been filed, and we are learning exclusively that a nationally known gospel artist says he and his wife have been violated too.
James Fortune, gospel singer, husband, and investor. In 2018, he and wife Raquel met Nakia and Lindell Price at the Price's popular Third Ward restaurant. Turkey Leg Hut seemed the epitome of success.
We go to their home. We spend time, our kids interacted with each other.
Then last December, as the Prices were in the throes of a contentious divorce, the Fortunes say they loaned Nakia, as the restaurant's owner, $100,000. 2 months later, Raquel says Nakia phoned.
She was hysterical because the comptrollers were physically there to seize assets, and so she needed financial assistance immediately.
The Fortunes then say they put in $180,000 for 15% ownership of the Turkey Leg Hut. The next month, the Fortunes tell us Nakia couldn't pay bills.
So she asked if I would use my personal card to purchase food for the business.
The Fortunes say they spent thousands paying for food supplies and services. Then, on March 26th, Turkey Leg Hut filed for bankruptcy, declaring less than $50,000 in assets.
By then, we're, $300,000 in. Bankruptcy was filed a month after we had given that money. We come to find out there's millions in debt now.
Over the past several weeks, I went to the Turkey Leg Hut, contacted employees, attorneys, and Nakia Holmes requesting an interview, which she declined. The Fortunes say in hopes of keeping the restaurant afloat, they even paid some employees when Turkey Leg Hut did not.
Did you take a business risk and it just didn't work out, as opposed to something more nefarious?
I think I allowed my friendship to blind me in a lot of areas. It's no words to describe the level of pain, hurt, and frustrations.
The Fortunes say they put in nearly $400,000 into the restaurant. Now they are suing and praying in hopes of getting their money back.
Yeah, I'm with you, Christina. It is very interesting. Why would you keep giving money? I don't know. I mean, I understand.
She allowed her friendship.
Yeah, and I do think that at some point you became part owner of the business, so they probably felt a level of responsibility to make sure that workers were paid. But you were a very small.
You got to be smarter than that. Like you have a name and a reputation to protect. So it seems like you would have had your accountant or business manager or your attorney look over something who would have found that they were in a lot of debt before you made that decision. You just that just doesn't. Yeah, but is his beard a lace front?
No, it's real. It's real.
It's real. But the mustache was thin, but the beard was thick. You might.
Well, my mustache is thinner than my beard too.
Yeah, but look at the hair on your head too. I'm just asking. Just curious.
But
I'm sorry, Alicia.
It's so many what ifs with this scenario. I mean, I hope they get their money back. But my thing is, how much money did you think he was gonna make off a turkey leg?
And that's my point. There's something wrong with that scenario. I think it was just your friend, that you just kept. Because you can't keep giving and giving and giving and giving. Because you're not seeing no returns, right?
Right. That's right. So, and hey, now I don't know where the scripture at, Pastor. You could probably tell me. But it only say something about in business be men. Mind your business.
Yes, ma'am.
You mind your money, pay your bills. It don't matter if that's your family. I had a friend borrow $50 from me. I said, put it in the text message that we borrowed this money. Because if I got to take you to Judge Mathis, we going. Let me get out. I mean, but this is still the text message. But in their space, they should have been about their business, like you said, Auntie. I'm gonna give you $400,000. I'm gonna give you my first thought was, God, into the music business. They making some money.
And you kept giving. And you kept giving. And then that was a cash app. You cash apped employees.
No, like you said, that
$50,000 transfer here, $50,000. I'm like, oh no.
No.
No. Yeah.
That's right. And it says, oh no, man, nothing but to love them. That's right. Sad story. We got one more, so we got to move. This one is very, very important because apparently the porters are going on strike and people are saying that we may want to stock our shelves.
And still, and the goods in these containers stalled if dock workers walk off the job. From Boston and New York all the way down to New Orleans and Houston, the International Longshoremen's Association represents at least 25,000 workers at these ports. They're at an impasse over a new 6-year contract. They want higher wages and less automation. The union boss in recent weeks defiant.
These companies are making billions of dollars. They should take us along.
Port officials preparing for a shutdown at midnight on Monday.
All activity in the Port of New York and New Jersey with regards to containerized cargo and automobile cargo will cease.
The United States Maritime Alliance, representing shippers and ports, blamed the union's, quote, repeated refusal to come to the table and bargain. A strike could cost up to $4.5 billion a day. Everything from canned goods and chocolate, car parts and electronics move through these ports. Some of the biggest retailers import goods here, like Walmart, Samsung, and Home Depot. George Berry owns a small trucking business and hauls shipping containers at the Port of Virginia.
It's actually something that touches every grocery store cart, right, and every family budget if you really game it out.
100%. We're looking at the possibilities of empty store shelves. We're looking at the possibility of homes stop being built because there's lumber needed, there's steel needed.
The president has the power to break a strike, but right now the White House says he is not considering doing that.
Christine, you mentioned retailers. Yeah. Will this affect the holiday shopping season?
So retailers have seen this coming, and they have been basically stockpiling their goods for the holiday shopping season. But if they move forward with a strike here, supply chain experts tell us for every day the ports are closed, it can take up to 5 days to catch up, Lester.
All right, Christine, thank you.
This is out of control. Lady Mary says, yes, they're saying stock on groceries, household supplies, and medicines.
So my profession, I work with labor unions all the time. So I'm for people getting what's owed to them. They should be getting a rightful dollar for what they should get. My understanding, these folks ain't got a raise in almost 10, 20 years.
But the only thing
at some point when you say enough is enough, you're not going to keep on taking.
I'm just hoping they don't drag this out and you got people who not getting their medications and not getting things that they need. We can't get groceries and things of that nature because they trying to make a point and drag this out. Give these people the money they deserve, point blank, period. Stop playing.
Give me my money.
Right.
That's true. Yeah, you have to. Skilled labor. You need to.
Yep. But we just wanted to inform everybody.
That a fair wage for good. If you give the labor. My bag. I'm on the slow bus. My connection bad. That's wild. I'm gonna have to change my wow because it ain't wowing. It ain't wowing.
That's all right. But yeah, that's something. So we just have to keep our eyes and ears open. But y'all know if we have to, we'll go pull everything essential off the shelves and do what we got to do.
Okay, give me my beans and rice, baby.
That's right. All right, guys, we got time for our one question tonight. Let's see what Miss Tracy has for us.
It's me, Tracy. Now I got a question, y'all, because I went to get Chanel washed. Oh, I'm sorry, my sweet babies. Yeah. Chanel is my core. My big body Escalade. That's right. I hadn't got her cleaned in a while because really I had just been like real busy. But anyways, I took her to get her washed. And then when they was done, I did like I always do. And I got out the core and I looks because I don't want like no little scud marks and no little dots where they didn't dry it off real good. And so I noticed that one of the little lashes was broken. It was a little ripped on my, my lights on the front of my car. I had the little lashes on my lights. And then I noticed that it was still a bird boo-boo on my back window. And so I told the boys that was drying it off, I'm like, look, first of all, somebody gonna have to pay for my lashes. And y'all need to either give me a refund for this car wash or y'all need to pay me my money back. And he gonna tell me, well, first of all, you can pull one of them lashes off your eyes and put it on your lights. And I told that boy, don't play with me before I got your eye. And then he said, well, I tell you what, you're not getting no money back, so you can scurry along. And it was a young boy. So I said, let me speak to the manager. And he gonna say, you actually talking to the owner. And I said, well, this must be the only thing you own. But don't worry about it. I'm getting ready to have this. And he told me, he told the other guys, come on, y'all, let's get her out of here. And do you know, they was like, you gotta go. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not going nowhere. They started like trying to pick me up and pushing me. I mean, they were groping me, grabbing all on my breasts. I mean, I felt like I was having a mammogram. They was just fondling me. So finally, I started doing the windmill. And honey, I finally got loose. I got in my car and I was burning rubber. So I told my husband, and he was saying, you know, first of all, that boo-boo had been on there for like weeks. And he went out there and it took him like 20 minutes to scrape it off. But then I'm like, what about my lashes at my lights? And he was like, well, you don't know when that could have happened. But I told him, I don't remember seeing one of them pieces of the lash being gone until I was at the car wash. So I want to know from y'all, my sweet babies, do y'all think I should just let it go? Or do you think I need to sue they behinds? Because my husband was like, Will, if you sue that little car wash, it ain't like...
Okay, it cut off.
Yeah, like you're not gonna sue the car wash. It's just a car wash.
For a $5 wash.
Right.
And
but they should have rerun her through the car wash and corrected the problem and cleaned her car.
Yeah, blocked the little plastic.
I got nothing else, Tracy.
But let me say this, Auntie, because she had told us about her big body escalating them lashes before. And like we told you before, there are certain cars you don't put bumper stickers on and you don't put lashes on. And I'm sorry, lashes on an Escalade, that's kind of tacky to me. An Escalade is a luxury vehicle. So you don't put lashes and bumper stickers on those kind of cars.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So that's the first problem right there. Let's start there.
You can just go to the last shop, like he said, and get that part a little filled in. Because you know how we lose a couple of them bugs when that happens. When you wash your face, period. I'm just saying.
You see? Okay. I'm going for a fill in tomorrow. Okay, Tracy. Get your Escalade filled in tomorrow too, boo.
But in that space, if she went through a drive-through car wash now, if she was getting it detailed, that's a little something. But if she went through a drive-through car wash and trying to get some boo-boo off that dang on car that's been on there forever, I mean, come on,
it's Tracy. Why don't you have your personal detailers come and do you? You know,
not only that, when you going through a drive-through, they have signage. It's really at your own risk because those things are moving. When you got little stuff like those little lashes and stuff, they will come off. I mean,
remember our antennas? Remember it would give you the warning about the antennas?
Oh yes, you have to put them down.
Yep.
So Tracy, you know when you right, we with you. When you wrong, yeah. That's all we got for you tonight.
Yep. All right.
I know we went through a lot very quickly, but we had a lot of stuff for y'all tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure y'all go back and watch the vice presidential debate if you didn't already see it or haven't been watching it as you watched us. It's good just to be informed, so make sure you stay informed. Cousin Alicia did so good. Mel, oh my gosh. And I thought that was so cool. Mel could not make it. She had a function tonight. And she said, don't worry. I got Cousin Alicia. She coming through and she going to hold it down for me. How sweet was that? So Alicia, we got to have you back because you was good.
Yes. I feel better. Get back.
That's part of the best grandkids, honey. Thank you. Thank you. I had to represent my cousin.
Next time,
your family give you the business. They'll let you know, Leash, you was born. They'll let me know. They'll tell me. So I had to represent. So I'm glad I did my cousin proud. Thank you for having me, Pastor. Y'all crack me up. Y'all be cracking me up. I'm like, y'all, real stuff. This is my bedtime because I'm an early riser.
Oh, it's aunties too.
I try my best to stay on, even with y'all. I try to look at, but y'all cracks me up. And Auntie, keep on doing what y'all doing. I enjoy y'all and the information. It's a great, wholesome show, right? Even though we do a little, y'all do a little.
We backslide a little bit, so we come back.
You come on, man. They pulls me back because I dance on that line. Auntie be like, okay, now come on.
Yeah, he like getting messy.
But I appreciate that because you know what? We've been doing this for a long time. And I think that's what keeps us doing it, knowing that we make a difference. People, and we see y'all, you know, the Pastor Gregs, the missionary Woods, and my sister, those of you guys who are on each and every week. We do this because we know that you enjoy it. And if we can bring you guys some joy in these very trying times, we'll keep doing it.
Laughter. Yep.
Yep.
Love y'all.
Love y'all for free. We talk to you next week. Where? Right here on the pew. Good night.